Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another movie reaction and commentary. Today, we're going to be hopping into a very old film. I mean, we've been going back into like the 1940s. I should say the late 1940s, and that's going to be The Third Man. I have no idea what this film is about, but I only recognize one person, and that's Orson Welles. But other than that, yeah, we are going in blind going into this one, and like always, I really enjoy going in blind. I really enjoy just going into films that I have no idea about. This one's been on the Patreon poll for a good bit, and it finally made its way to the top 2, so now we are here. So again, I'm excited to kind of check this out, so I won't spend too long on the intro. Like always, guys, if you want to be able to support the channel, the best way to do it is through the Patreon polls. Like, you guys are wondering why we're getting all of these really cool films that we're watching and that probably no one else is watching. You shout out to the Patreon. They're probably the ones that are doing that. They're usually the ones that are selecting the films that are underrated or underappreciated, and it's cool that I get to watch them on the channel and hopefully give some value and some information, and hopefully at the very least some entertainment towards you guys. So yeah, this is really cool. I'm happy that we're tapping into a lot of films that are just very unique in their own regard, but also is infinitely explorative in their themes, and honestly sometimes expertly executed in their themes, despite them being sometimes like 20, 30, 40, 50 years older. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Again, guys, if you want to support the channel without doing the whole Patreon thing, you can still do it by leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. And at the very least, I hope that you're able to get your popcorn, your snacks, anything. Maybe you get some Gatorade. I don't know what you're choosing of snacks are. Maybe you're a Sour Patch Kid. It doesn't matter to me. I just hope that you sit down, relax, and enjoy yourself as we finally hop right into The Third Man. Again, guys, if you want to be able to hear and see everything that I have to say, or maybe your favorite part isn't in the YouTube edit, definitely check out the Patreon link below. There you can get your copy of this with mine, and you can literally hear and see all that I have to say about this. So I don't know, sometimes you're missing out on some additional value. So if you want to be able to check that out, you can. It's so interesting looking at some of the some of the positions here. I don't think I've ever seen a position that was literally just called continuity. If that is what I think it is, then that's interesting, because I don't believe we have that now. I think that just kind of blends in with the editor position, yeah? Unless that's completely something else.
None of them could speak the same language, except a sort of smattering of German.
That's interesting.
Good fellas.
That's a really cool concept. Okay. That is completely different. All right. First off, I think the setting itself is so dope. Like the fact that there's quadrants, each dedicated to like a specific group. Like the Americans have their own, British. I believe the other ones were the Russians, yeah? And they all have like the black market. There's a lot of cool things that we just got introduced to real quick. That makes like a really cool space.
Hell, or in heaven. Sorry for the grave diggers.
Okay, that's funny. That's really funny. It's really cool because, before I go any further with the technicality of the filmmaking here, because it's an older film and the aspect ratio is, obviously different. It's also black and white. So there's a lot of really unique things that are happening here, whether it's just out of, them just shooting it just for subject matter, or maybe the cinematographer actually, have some unique spin on it. But it's different because, the whole period is different. It's really fascinating.
Why write cheap novelettes?
I'm afraid I've never heard of you. What's your name again?
Holly Martins.
Sorry.
Like, I love that the cameras are, it's tilted right here. That's pretty cool.
Lunch? No.
Makes for a little bit of like disorientation because, they're drinking. But it also shows that there might be some hidden intention here, some alternative motive. Like, it's not clear. Something off about its axis.
And you go carefully there. It's a military hotel.
I'm so glad to have met you, sir. I've read quite a few of your books. I like to...
You know, that's such a kind person. He got popped in the mouth. And it's like, dude, I'm your biggest fan. I love your books, bro.
Going to stay with him, but he died Thursday.
Goodness, that's awkward.
How would you say to people after death? Goodness, that's awkward.
Mr. Martins, excuse me. Telephone.
That dude's he's pretty quick on his feet when he comes to responses. That's a fun character trait to have.
It's a story about a man who hunted down a sheriff who was victimizing his best friend.
Seems exciting.
It is. I'm gunning just the same way for your Major Callahan.
Sounds empty.
Man, okay, yeah. So some of the great strong points of older films that they have is the dialogue, because you know the limited technology they had. Whereas like now it's kind of like, okay, well, we have everything, so everything kind of evolved. But man, the dialogue in older films is it's still top tier. It's still gold tier, bro. Because it's kind of low key all they had.
I have to be careful with the police. I'm afraid I can't help you. Except with advice, of course.
Dude, his micro movements in his face is popping off, man. They were going off. They were going absolutely off. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Like, it's the dialogue and acting in older films I just feel they are superior in that regard.
Yeah.
For a good reason, too.
Yeah.
And I think that's why a lot of great actors today have so much to learn from, so much to work with when they study older films.
Even at the end, his thoughts were of you.
What did he say?
I can't remember the exact words.
Was he always carrying that dog? What the heck? Was he always carrying that?
How can you know a thing like that afterwards? I don't know anything anymore except I want to be dead too. Some more tea?
So it's really cool, and I'm not sure whether or not if it's because of his profession as a writer, but he is incredibly good at picking up on things. He's very observant, which helps him because this entire city sounds like it's a cesspool of liars. So I think that's going to protect him, or it could harm him. Who knows? Things like that is a double-edged sword.
Bitte, wie sagt man auf Englisch? War gleich tot.
He was quite dead.
He was quite dead. He was...
I love that this film is going, really hard with the different languages and how that's almost like a barrier, but somehow in this community it still is a barrier instead of everyone kind of like being able to understand each other. That could be something in itself.
Say, was a third man. He didn't give evidence.
You don't mean the doctor?
No. He came late.
I'm guessing that's where we're going to have to figure out who's our third man.
At once, please. Please, sonst vergesse mein wilderischen Charme. Please. Und ich bläht ein Hirsch nur, weil ich höflich sein will. Krieg jetzt auf einmal eine Scherei mit der Polizei.
Damn, bro. Oh, my goodness, man. Okay, all right, man. Oh, man, he was going off. Definitely something shady.
Miss Schmidt, I should like to see your papers, please. Don't you give him anything.
Don't you give him anything.
I'll get the next plane. Death's at the bottom of everything, Martins. Leave death to the professionals. Mind if I use that line my next Western? You can't chuck me out. My papers are in order.
There we are, miss. Your seat for the letter.
Yo, I respect this dude. I really do. That is a pretty damn good friend. But again, I'm kind of scared that he doesn't know how deep this goes. Or maybe he just doesn't care. Either way, it could get kind of messy.
Oh, what's the name of that doctor? Harry's doctor?
Dr. Winkle.
What do you want to see a doctor for? A bruised lip. Good.
Yo, he's quick. He's quick with it, man. That's a good mechanism to have. The fact that he's a writer is cool to see him using his capabilities as a writer as a way to kind of disarm other people trying to like take him out or shut him down.
Could he have been pushed, Dr. Winkle?
Man, You know, the simplicity of just how they're just simply cutting back and forth between, like, you know, just two simple camera angles.
Major, may I see you for a moment?
But because of, you know, the performances are so damn good, like, it just takes it to a whole nother level. It's super interesting how that works, because I feel like if that was, you know, recreated today,
Will you, Major?
Yes, of course.
with all our technology and everything like that, it probably wouldn't hit as hard. Now, unless we decide to use our new technology to kind of replicate how this looks, then yeah, maybe, but...
Porter said 3 men carried the body and 2 of them are here.
Who are you looking for now?
Yo, he is always with the ish, man. He's like, the freaking police, man. F y'all. Damn. Dude just came here.
Everybody ought to go careful in a city like this.
Got the SpongeBob music just playing right after. Man, it's so cool seeing Vienna like this. I don't think I've ever seen Vienna portrayed like this. I don't know, it's kind of similar to the Warriors in that regard. Oh, man. So I'm going to assume this dude got iced or something happened to him.
What's the matter?
Let's not get into any more trouble.
Wait here.
Yeah, man. I just think he doesn't know any better. He just willingly just goes in when he probably shouldn't.
Sagen Sie, haben Sie einen Streit gehabt mit dem Portier?
I don't understand.
You guys see what I'm saying? Like, I love that the language is playing so much here. It gives like a different texture to it. Who's the third man? Maybe it's the woman. Maybe it was her all along. Because as of right now, I have no freaking clue. Honestly, at this point, I think it's the damn kid.
Nice to see you. I was beginning to think something had happened to you. Come along, Mr. Martins. Everything's ready
Oh,
for
snap.
you. I was frantic in case you hadn't got my message at the...
All right, never mind. Never mind. I mean, you might still be getting completely gypped right now. They could all be part of it, to be honest with you. I don't know. But that played me. I'll tell you that. I thought he was going to get scooped up.
I've just started it. It's based on fact.
Why, it's Mr. Popesco. Oh, very great pleasure to see you here, Mr. Popesco. And you...
Everybody's like, bruh, you suck. I'm getting the heck out of here.
Too. I had. What's the matter with your hand? Parrot bit me. Oh, stop behaving like a fool, Martins.
But like, it's funny because he did. I mean, he's going pretty hard, man. Like he's doing his thing. I just hope he's on our side. But it seemed like he's just confused. It seems like he is just getting the wrong not the wrong information. It's just
How could he have done it?
it needs to be
Send the
flipped.
constitute,
Kinda like
so-
with that with Harry's
I'll try and fix things
girlfriend
for
at the
the
time
Austrian
said.
police. You'll be all right.
It's what you've always wanted. All of you. Kitty? Yeah, Kitty.
I gotta say that woman is gorgeous. She's really gorgeous. That's all I had to say. Woo! That was cool. Okay, that was really dope. What? Okay, that was sick. That was really cool. Snapping. All right. Completely proved me wrong when I was talking about the cinematography.
Was ist denn da los? Sagen Sie, was fällt denn Ihnen überhaupt ein? Sind Sie deppert? Ja, Sie meine ich. Schauen Sie nicht so blöd. Eine Frechheit ist...
Yo, that was a cool reveal. Holy crap. damn, yo, that dude was out. You see a shadow? that dude was bugging it. He tried to pull a Batman. That's usually how Batman looks, by the way. You know, whenever a car passes by and he's not there anymore. Same thing with Jason Bourne. That's usually what they're doing. But that was a really crazy event. So, like, Harry's still alive? Is he still drunk? Like, what's happening? Because that was a real person. And he called out for Harry. And I believe that was also Orson Welles, right? Yo, that's crazy. Oh, wow. That is crazy. Well, we about to go and see what's really popping off here. That was awesome.
We should have dug deeper than a grave.
Damn, so you mean to tell me that homie is like just chilling around? He was the third man. So who do they hit? Who is in there? What is going on?
Poor Harry. I wish he was dead. He would be safe from all of you then.
Damn. Yeah, man, it's a shame. Like, he's unable to read outside of the lines, and it's pretty frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. Because he seems like he's good at his job, but it's like, bro, you are so surface level. Come on.
Of course, come up. I'll wait here.
I don't understand.
Whereas our protagonist here, he doesn't give a damn. He's like, I'm going deep.
Tell him I'll wait by that wheel there. Or the ghost only rides by night, Dr. Finkel. You got an opinion on...
I do think it is pretty charming that out of all the people, Harry decided to show himself to him. I think that's pretty cool. That's like respect out of the years they've had. Because I'm sure he didn't have to.
Kids used to ride this thing a lot in the old days, but they haven't the money now for a devil.
Zwei Stück?
Geht in order.
Oh, vielen Dank.
Listen, Harry,
Oh, he's a mob boss, man. Like, I kind of knew that, but like, it looks like he's like a bigger deal than we have ever thought.
Holly, you and I aren't heroes. The world doesn't make any heroes.
You've got plenty of
outside
contacts.
of your stories. I've got to be so careful.
You know you're an OG actor when the camera's like not coming off of your face when you're talking to our protagonist here. That's pretty. Yeah, that's a big deal.
Every dot that stopped, would you really, old man, tell me to keep my money? Or would you calculate how many dots you could afford to spend? Free of income tax, old man.
That's just sick, man. That's sick. It's crazy that we're seeing this dude. Like, we were expecting to see this good person. This guy's a douche.
In the proletariat, I talk about the suckers and the mugs. It's the same thing. They have their 5-year plans. So have I.
I'm not gonna lie, I love his character though. I love his character. I love how philosophical he is and just his own ideology. Not to say that it's right or anything, but it's interesting. It creates a unique spin on him because you're like, who would do all of this? Well, this guy would.
And what did that produce? The cuckoo clock. So long, Holly.
Yo, dude. Like, I'm not sure if he's going to be in the film for any longer, but, like, that was a pretty damn good impression. That was really good. OG.
Look at yourself. They have a name for faces like that.
That's crazy, man. I mean, that's pretty realistic how that was portrayed. Like, I'm kind of happy it didn't just go and have a happy ending like that.
The biggest children's hospital in Vienna. All the kids in here are the result of Lyme's penicillin racket.
I love that there's this play on friendship, on love, on, reconnecting with someone who has changed over time. It's like, what do you do about that, you know? You've had your time, but then they have their actions when, you guys weren't with each other. Like, that's difficult to think about.
All right, Calloway, you win.
I never knew there were snake charmers in Texas.
I said you win.
Win what?
I'll be your dumb decoy duck.
All right, man, you got to make up your mind, bro. You're being tossed around, man. Like, you gotta decide, but it's hard. I get it. Yeah, I mean, like, this dude's like an OG. I mean, seems like he's a mastermind in orchestrating everything. I mean, the dude, he orchestrated his death. This is such a cool scene to have this chase happening, you know, like I don't know, I just love underground tunnels and passageways, not necessarily sewers. I love how this is like, and the entire thing is being shot. It's really cool. Just how people are coming out of like different angles, peeking in and out. Just they're using the spacing really well. Almost Orson well. Okay. I mean, bro, it's only in a matter of time, man. They're getting closer and closer around you, man. That's a crazy shot right there with all the, yeah, it must be super disorienting. All the sounds coming out of all the different tunnels and everything. Almost looks like he's in his own rendition of hell.
Get back! Get back! Get back, sir! Come back! Hey, come back, sir!
Damn, what the hell did he do? He was like low-key my favorite character. He said he was nothing but kind to these people. Especially to the writer. Damn. Wow, that was such a beautiful shot right there. Wow. Damn, that entire sequence was so good. Let's hope that he's actually in the coffin this time. He is never going to be able to catch that plane. He's never going to be able to, but this is such a gorgeous shot. Damn. That is a damn good shot. Damn, that's so good. I know, the cinematographer was snapping. All right, everybody, and that wraps up Third Man. Almost said the first man. All right, everybody, we just got done the Third Man. This was a really, really, really fun watch. I'm not going to lie. This was a really cool one. Guys, I love watching older films like this. I'm actually really familiar with older films like this, but man, this one was definitely a fun watch, wasn't it? It was really cool just like seeing the duality of this guy who is trying to rekindle a flame between a friend who has just recently, you know, to him, has passed away, and then him just uncovering his friend's past throughout the length of time since he last met him. And as the story just escalates, you're like seeing just how deep these things are, but the surface level, I mean, well, I should say the core of it is that, like, they're still friends, you know, and I love that they showed a lot of respect, even though it was frustrating, showed a lot of respect towards the woman's side and why she just refused to help. And it's really as simple as she loved him, you know, despite everything that he's done, you know, and he is a bad person, you know, Harry is a bad person. He's a bad person in this film. But it was really enjoyable seeing the struggle and the conflict of that and how people dealt with that, you know, how people are trying to source through what it is that they want to believe is right or wrong. And I think that goes towards the philosophical example, or I should say kind of like the analogy that Harry used when they were both on the, what are those things called? The Ferris wheel? Just him looking down on the people. He was like, well, you know, what if I told you that if each dot down there, which were, you know, the people, because they were from up top, you know, each dot being like, you know, $2,000, whatever the heck, or however amount of money, and each one stopped, would you stop me? You know, like, he's basically playing on the insignificance of things. And granted, I think that is a good analogy, but if you're a good person, then that doesn't work. It doesn't mean that you're gonna like you're not going to think about it, but I think the decision that our main character or protagonist here made for himself, I think, answers his buddy's analogy, his example. It's like, these are people. These aren't currencies. These aren't chess pieces. You can tell yourself that they're insignificant, but they're not, and you're objectively wrong. So it was really cool seeing how each one kind of like chose their own morals. Each one kind of chose what they chose to believe in. And it was also really nice to see them stick by that, especially at the end there with the last shot of the woman walking past. I think that was really beautiful. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this one. This was a really great shot, a really great film. One of my favorite shots being, oh man, obviously the last one. I love the sequence when they were going through the chase scenes in the sewers, and my goodness, it was like super quick, but like there was this one shot where they did like a transition from going into the leaves, and then it like went into a whole different other shot. I think it was like a whole different daytime. It went from daytime to nighttime. It was such a cool transition. We're talking about something that was like in 1949. So yeah, this is some pretty legendary stuff here. Guys, I'm inspired. I hope that you are too. I hope you guys got a lot of value from this. I know that older films can be a little bit like, like it can turn away from a lot of people, but I encourage you guys to check it out. I encourage you guys to always open yourself to films like this and to stories like this, because they're all stories. You wouldn't turn yourself down from the Odyssey, right? So I think if you just are open and you challenge yourself to learning whatever that is to you, whether that be writing or filming or photography or just simply trying to entertain yourself, I think this is a good film to do that with. So like always, guys, I appreciate y'all. Stay healthy and stay hydrated, because we are just getting started.
Purple jacket, pocket full of weed. Everything that I should ever need. Grab some matches cause they give them free. Just like my time. Hair pulled back in the backseat.